Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. At this channel, we do not like criminals, terrorists, their financiers, their supporters. We at this channel do not support no form of criminality in any form. You understand? Criminals are like parasite to our society. It doesn't matter what the color of the criminal or the terrorist, we do not want them. Because all they do is drive fear and cause pain and anger in the lives of other people. You understand? So we support a society where people's rights are respected by everyone. You see, when you do not want somebody to violate you, you're not supposed to violate another person. And if you do violate somebody, the law is supposed to take its course. And in some cases, if you kill someone, we do believe in preemptive strike. We know that the worktivists and the liberals and the crazy people who tell you that up is down and down is up. Those are the people who are destroying the world. You understand? Because of their crazy thinking. We want you to know that we do not support those kind of thinking. Up is up and down is down. If you take a life, your life is supposed to be taken too. We don't believe in forgiveness in that. Yes, you take a life, you lose your life, and we forgive you then. That's the only forgiveness we want, an eye for an eye. We don't know this liberal madness. You kill people and then you go to prison and 10 years you get parole. No, we don't into that. So I wanted to listen to these people, the mindset of the Jamaican people, how the liberals have destroyed the people's lives. You understand? Implant this criminal huddling society of enabling criminals. And that's why people around the world now looking at Jamaicans sideways. You understand? Apart from our music, the music is garbage now, especially dancehall, because all the glorifying is to kill people, cut off people's head, and all the unimaginable things that you can think of, and taking drugs. It's Jamaicans and we used to glorify things like that. But that is what it has boils down to. We have no culture anymore, no respect for our women, children, elderly, no respect, not even in the school. The parents don't even respect the parents, are friends with the kids, and the kids are the parents. So the society in a whole is doomed for destruction. So right now, the government for the past, honestly, I am not being biased. Since 1990 is the first I've seen the government is trying to get a hold of the society to turn it. But knowing the Jamaican people, they don't like discipline. You understand? So they want to go. I am telling you that because we have been here before in the 80s when everything was going back great. And the people, because they want that they can do anything that they wanted. And from then, from 1989 until now, so this is what we're reaping. Hopefully the time will turn. So the people's mind is just warped. So I wanted to listen to these Jamaican people, including myself, having conversation with these people. Some of them, to me, it's like they are aliens. Just listen to this. You listen and you listen.
Boy, me I tell you, say me I talk to a youth little while from Jamaica, I'm up here. And all of them come like say, them just program to think a certain blood clot way more time dog. Cause the man I tell me say, yeah man, but them soon shoot him cause them don't have him under control and camera they on them already I show everything. So me don't know him logics to blood clot. All me I tell the man say, yo, but the man I reach for the man gun. The man have a man pan him gun. So at that point, camera or no camera no make a difference. Police does protect him life. Him can't see it. Him can't see it. I don't know. I don't know. From them make up their mind say no matter what, a police kill a innocent youth, I just that them I see. Them blind.
More this life, man. Yeah, so
Man, it's out alive.
never lie.
Catch you out alive.
Never lie.
Nah, man, alive.
Ballad, say go ballad.
Well, buddy.
Bah.
Today, man, that's it.
Me.
Yes, Chief, me know the youth, yes, man. I want unruly little youth, man. About in a February that they come from prison and go do a 4 year and come back. Cause you know, see that boy they kill a couple man about here though. I want in shooting stepfather in a June. Same place where then killing the run of Stephen Run. And in a June in killing stepfather around there. I was then call him. And then kill one man out of a club out there so about 4 years ago. And then do some more shooting about the place so we know of. I want unruly little youth man and he never tap on top so till indeed sketch up on him, But him giving life in our evening, yeah, brother. Because you can't fight off the police them like that. And make that tell them for they have to go kill you, sir. Just unfortunate, but I see him time come proper.
As me I say, brother, just like you know, the mercy, and then me not feel no way when a civilian, or no now no police or soldier dead same way. You hear that?
All right, Colombia. All right, Brazil. All right, Mexico. Do I need to go anymore? Venezuela. Do I need to go anymore? What you call it? The El Salvador? El Salvador. Massachusetts. All right, now let's stop that, guys. You think Jamaica is the only place? Okay, then. You don't understand what is this thing with Jamaica and everybody talking bad about Jamaica. But people, please, when you're gonna speak bad about Jamaica, please go out there because you could Google everything and look into all these other countries. Because Jamaica is not as half as bad as some of these countries. The only difference is that they glorify everything bad on social media with Jamaica because they are black.
You see, that's one of the biggest problem with Jamaican people. Intelligence, low IQ thinking. Jamaican people, the only way they can express themselves when they have no argument, because they are, low IQ people. They're, super illiterate. The only way they can express themselves is to use derogatory languages to express themselves because their IQ is limited. They don't read, you understand, and they don't respect others. They believe that talking tough and using derogatory words is a way to communicate. But that is only amongst their mindset of people. You understand? If people educate themselves more and respect each other, then we'd have a better Jamaica. And because of this ego thing, that's why you have so many murders in Jamaica. Because people do not know how to resolve personal conflicts and disagreement. In life, you have to learn to disagree to agree. You understand? That's why people in Jamaica keep killing each other. Because people believe that, well, I am big and bad and I can kill you, so you must fear me. And if you don't fear me, oh dear, you not fear me and I can kill you, which is stupidity. Because anyone, any person can kill another person. But if you value your life and the next person's life and you respect yourself and respect the other person, and you see the other person as yourself, in yourself, then you'll treat that person in that way. You understand? You treat people how they're supposed to be treated. You don't treat people because they're special. You understand? So if somebody indulge in criminality, you understand? It's simple. The end game for criminality is either the cemetery or prison. If you that's why I support law abiding citizens. I don't support no criminals. I don't believe in no criminals to go to any jail or anything like that. Once you kill one of our citizens, just like in the 1980s, you kill one of our citizens, then eradication will come for you. You understand? So if you don't turn in yourself, eradication come for you, and they use preemptive strikes to kill. Yes, man. You see, when I trained at the Jamaica Police Academy, in 1988, you understand, and graduate the same year. Jamaicans were so peaceful that they didn't even taught us how to use handcuffs. You understand? The handcuffs that they had then, it was only the people who escort prisoners to court were, handle such situation. Most of the time, you arrest people, they always cooperate, and the citizens back then, they would help the police. It's not like now. You understand? Back then, as a young police officer, I could, I could arrest an entire busload of people, and everybody would cooperate until I'm through what I am doing. And if I'm arresting someone who commit a crime on the bus, the citizens who are on the bus would help me. That's how peaceful Jamaica was then. You understand? From when things start go downhill after 1989 election. You understand? In the 1980s, we used to have a prime minister. Most Jamaicans hate him because of all the lies and things that they had said about him, and because he was conservative. He's born in America, the man they call Edward Seaga. I am from Jonestown, which is predominantly a PMP community. And one of my reasons and thing that why I hail Siaga as the best prime minister, because as a youth growing up in Jonestown, when Siaga was prime minister, I could walk from Concrete Jungle to downtown Kingston to every community, and no one would not even dare to stop me and ask me where I'm from. You understand? You know, when all of those things come in, that started in the 1990s, when they brought back these invisible border lines. When Siaga became prime minister in 1980, all those things, it's warned all the criminals and that there's no gonna be no artificial borderline for any community. This is Jamaica, and we were safe. Criminality was shunned back then. You understand? When I was growing up and somebody go to jail, you have a criminal in your family. Nobody in the community will talk to you until they start to normalize it in the 1970s. People who was from Jonestown, and I can tell you this, most of the criminals then that Jamaica had produced, most of these people are people who are from rural Jamaica. They came to Kingston and they start the criminality. You understand? And then through the music, they popularize it. You know, in terms of when they come on to the handcuff the suspect in this matter, you can see that this man was very, very aggressive and belligerent in his behavior and obnoxious. So that the police, you know, the only it was two police officers, both of them have high powered weapon. And if you notice the other one, the one that's is giving the fatal blow, is the one that had both M16 rifle and the other policeman side arm. You understand? So if was cooperative, he would be alive. But he did not want to he did not want to go back to jail because he know what it is. You understand what time it is. Blessed love, man. Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. You understand? And from the 1990s, we just let us start breaking down all of the structures them that we had in place that make Jamaica a better place. You understand? They start making excuse for criminal. Jamaica is the only place, where they socialize criminality. That is happened from in the 1990s. Jamaica is the only place when you commit a crime, when you as a criminal, you commit a crime against the state, and you know that you have to have a complainant and a witness. Um, from day one, from you've been arrested, the government is responsible for paying you at your lawyer fee all the way to the Privy Council. That's called socialism in criminality. So that's why it empower them. So it doesn't cost their family anything. So the state is paying them to commit crime, and then paying for them to defend themselves from not going to prison. Where in the world you have anything like that? In America, as you guys know anything, you have a thing what them call public defender. So public defender are people that majority of them are people that be a part of the bar exam. So you understand what I'm saying? So they have to do that on the government payroll. And what public defenders do? 99% them tell them victims, them client to plead guilty because they are on the government payroll. Jamaica is a total different thing. Look at the one man, the Klansman trial. It's over 104 million in cost in taxpayers. So the taxpayers, it's so every way that they take it in Jamaica, it's beneficial to the criminals. And these are policies from the 1990s. And the government, I don't know why they don't try to repeal all of these laws and make it harder for criminals. Jamaica is the only place where people make excuse for criminals. I don't see near no other place. And if you notice, anytime these people come here, Jamaicans, most of them they end up in problem with the law. You understand? Even some police officers come here to end up in a jail because because of their mindset. You understand? Blessed love. That's all I have to say to the conversation about was. Yeah, man, what should I did a million times. And you know what? That's one of the reasons why Jamaican people cannot assimilate when they migrate because of their mindset. Like especially a majority of Jamaican people are illiterate. So that's why most of the people in Jamaica, when they migrate, they either end up at prison or they may not police kill them or foreign or they may not get deported. Because they think that it's the same culture in first world country that you have these people from uptown or people in the suburban who's looking out for them because they are making money from crimes. You understand? And that's one of the things that's killing our people. And right now, our people has been painted. It's two incidents that make international news now. In less than a month. The one where they killed the NAACP president from Virginia. Jamaicans did that. And last week the shooting in Fort Lauderdale. Normally, as to me, um, from I have been living in America, I have never lived around any Jamaicans. You understand? You don't want to be in a community with Jamaican people because Jamaican people are low IQ people, just like um, the black African American. I am not, and it's sad because the thing is that it's everything has to do with education. This one, once you can articulate yourself and you understand how to reason, you won't get only people who cannot reason get upset easily. And when they get upset easily, then they try to say, "Oh, I'm this tough guy" by using certain words. But people who are intelligent don't do that. You understand? That's why illiterate people, do not have positions of decision to make with other people's lives, apart from the criminals out there who are killing people. Because you understand. So that's what to show that education is paramount. Because most Jamaicans, the thing is that even the guy Andre was, he think that to him, he's him big and bad and all of them things, as if gunshot respect him. You understand? It's just simple. People, education is paramount. It's once you're educated, you know to articulate yourself and how to communicate. You see, once you start to go down into the decadent, people know that it's a low IQ person that it's a simpleton that don't even communicate to them because it's not going to make any sense because they're all in there in this bubble and you cannot burst the bubble to help them because you cannot educate a fool. A fool is always be a fool, and that is as simple as that. You cannot, if you educate a fool, it's going to eat you. So that's you have to massage the fool ego to continue. And that's why we have so many problems with our people in Jamaica. Parents, they're not willing to tell their children that they're doing is wrong. You understand? And that's one of the things why we have so many problems. Their kids go out, return, come back, return home with a phone. They don't ask where you get this phone from. They know it's must thief it, or somebody give it to them. But question them. Yeah, you're taking home thing that is not yours. And the parents are partaking in it, and that's why we have so many criminal-minded people in Jamaica. But it's something that that has been started from 1972. You understand? And then the media use it. And people don't understand the media in Jamaica has really, really destroyed the Jamaican people's psyche by putting um, the police in the public sphere as the enemy. The police don't make policies for people's lives. The police don't tell people that education is paramount. The police is there to maintain law and order. But what these people have been doing uptown, the people who are in charge of the media, is to tell the poor people that all of your problem that you're having is because of the police. And the reason is that back then, I don't know if most of you guys know, back then you used to have things that they call haberdashery. Now they call them hardware store. That these men will go and rob, and when they rob it, and police will, shoot out and kill them and all kind of stuff like that. Just like how if you listen to the magic Dadrick thing, you understand? That's the mindset of the people. So they feel like, committing crime, yes, against people, is good. And this is it. And I can tell you, whenever police or even gunmen kill some of these so-called gunmen or killers, they talk about these people with some glowing things as if they were some soldiers fighting this big war and they kill them on their hero, they put them on a pedestal. Then when these little 4-year-old youth listen what old people idolize them and mortalize them as as these stand-up citizens, what you think? They're going to gravitate to that lifestyle because they want that. Because people, everything is all about ego. You understand? So the thing is that the best thing is education. So if you don't have parental guidance to guide you, you understand? So just like that guy, I pity him, believe you me, because if you cannot communicate and articulate yourself, then you're going to have problem. And you're going to have the only problem you're going to have conflict with people, and it's going to result in physical thing, and sometimes physical thing lead to death. Education is paramount. I will never try to always remember, never try to argue with a fool, because you cannot win. Because the fool have experience in foolishness. You cannot win with a fool. As if you start to argue with a fool, eventually you're going to become a fool. You're going to try, even though you try to educate the fool and the fool is going to eat you, that's the only thing that you can do. And the fool in his heart says that he believes that there is no God. So that's why, a lot of people are like that. But as I said, I will and always support the police and the military. I will never ever support any gunman, whether I'm a baby or I'm a grandfather. If you have an illegal gun, um, and you're doing harm to other citizens, the only place for you is the morgue. I don't believe in you going to jail to eat the taxpayers' money for you to be planning and stuff like that. Criminals must live in fear for their lives, not the law-abiding citizens. No woman not supposed to be in a taxi with three men and worrying if she's gonna reach her destination because they're gonna abduct her, rape her, then kill her. So this guy who's talking about he's going to live long. You need to change your mindset. I hope you don't have any sister or mother. You understand? And then you're telling me about my mother. I love my mother very much. My mother passed away. You'll never live to see my mother life. The age that my mother lived and the life that my mother lived. You understand? Just give thanks to life. I hope you can change your mindset and look, don't wait until it knock on your door, You understand? Don't wait until it knock on your door, then you're going to cry and say, boy, oh criminal evil. You can change your mindset and change your thought process. You can change and become a better person, not condoning criminality, not supporting criminals. That's the kind of world that we want. When I was growing up as a youth in the 70s and the 80s, in the 70s, I remember when I was 4, I walked from Septimus Street, go back up Pension Street, 4 o'clock. I was done by my aunt's house in Jonestown, and one of my cousins, we had some problem then, and I just get up 4 and walk from there and walk to, and nobody trouble me. That was, not, you understand, in the 70s, early 70s. In the 80s, when I was growing up, I could walk from Concrete Jungle to downtown Kingston at the pier. I don't know if you know where is Jungle or where them call Jungle. Walk from Jungle, walk to Jonestown, Craigtown, Anatown, Matches Lane, go down to the pier to swim. That's where poor people, children in the ghetto, learn to swim down by the pier, if you know where the pier is. So when you talk about um, P this and P that, you know, try to educate yourself, my friend. Because when you do that and them thing, young people look on your side and say, oh, here goes another one, a illiterate fool. Educate yourself, friend. All the best.